Hong Kong versus Chinese Taipei. I think Chinese Taipei is gonna win that. No, Hong Kong. I don't know. Chinese Taipei looks strong, but I think Hong Kong. Oh God, I'm dying. Chat takes it.
Yeah, both are actually staying with Symmetra for now. Manga Giant on Moira. That's early on.
What's up, Honda Civic?
Field early. As Rainbow tried to keep Nexus alive, but that's going to be gone. Tank from Chinese
Unknown
Taipei.
used to be the New York Excelsior manager. Really? I haven't heard of it. Is New York still a fucking team? I haven't heard of them in ages.
Early, and that gave Hong Kong positional advantage for the side of Hong Kong, and they capped the point first. So it is going to be a difficult task for Chinese Taipei to make a recontest. Maybe they have to make good use of Hope's TP to maybe outmaneuver Hong Kong. But also, Hong Kong has that Symmetra on their lineup, so it isn't going to be an easy task.
This is a good fucking game so far. Holy shit.
Hong Kong at the moment, there was an early window on the side of Rainbow, and I think that was a lot of value.
Yeah, the early Matrix and Matrix just saved Chinese Taipei, but in the long run, Hong Kong, they're already back. They still have Moira, still have that early rampage. Line got caught. Nexus,
did he take him off the map? I don't know. Yes, he did.
Look at the HP bars of Chinese Taipei oftentimes.
Is there any female players in the World Cup? Yes. On Norway, there was, I think her name was Mimio. Played amazing. They almost made it to the top 16, and someone else had another one. I don't remember who.
They had their ultimates online a little bit earlier after Rainbow used the window. They had the ult advantage for a short window of time, and they use it to a great advantage. Now it's going to be Chinese Taipei's ultimate.
Before the wall came up, huge.
So good play by Chinese Taipei to make good usage of their ultimates now. They are not overexpending, so they will have Mauli's sound barrier and the Blizzard for the next turn. And for Hong Kong, they are already capping at 79%, so I think they can give up a fight or two. I guess the main point of question for Hong Kong will be on their next fight, and possibly the fight after that as well. They want to bait out as much ultimates from the Chinese Taipei team as they can, and then they want to make it, I guess, win a single team fight and win, because they're already at 79%. Winning a team fight means that it's going to be at least final fight territory.
Yeah, of course, that Earth Shatter did save Chinese Taipei, but overall, during the neutral fight, Hong Kong, they have been winning a lot more. There's a wall to isolate. Jungle Queen still staying alive. Blizzard with the sound barrier together. That's a lot used to counter.
So Hong Kong is gambling here. They're matching the ultimates, and
this is a good fucking game. Holy shit.
With the 2 kills on that Coalescence, looking for a third. Without that, RTK takes it, but it's a win for Hong Kong, and it is definitely going to be final fight territory. They are already approaching 90% on that point.
Yeah, Chinese Taipei, they did get 40, so knowing that they had a few more ultimates to spend, they went all for it with the Blizzard, but I think the sound barrier was a little too early from Mao, and Hong Kong, they come back.
This shatter is very, very important. This needs to register, and it doesn't matter much.
This is totally end, even with the window and the photo.
Chinese Taipei is using their ultimates in desperation.
You needed that to fucking land, bro. You needed that. You needed that to land.
Currently false. Yes, maybe I spoke a little bit too early. They might be deterred here. Only 3 remaining. There is a lot of sustained R3K falls. Only the supports are remaining. It is overtime. And Hong Kong, yes, they do fall.
No way. They actually flipped that. They actually flipped that. And they have both DPS ults coming up. But Hong Kong almost has all their fucking ults.
Of Chinese Taipei, they were actually holding the towards the higher stairs off to the sides of Hong Kong. They were running around in circle. They couldn't really support each other on that fight. So kind of unusual in position for Hong Kong, as they still had Krumi and Xianglian for the first few seconds of that fight.
Chinese Taipei needs to make action quick, because they know they don't have ultimates. They need to make a neutral fight, but
this Blossom is going to secure it, and Hong Kong, it seems like they're just going to take it. They were not ready for this Death Blossom. Xianglian came out from nowhere.
Literally just used 4 ults and just fucking won.
They thought it was okay to just engage.
I think either Chinese Taipei needed to be more far forward, or just be totally back. Like, it has to be either of the two, because they know that Hong Kong had a lot of ultimates, and Chinese Taipei were they weren't far away from their key ultimates. I think Blizzard was almost online, and I think I can find which, I can't remember which one, but there were one more ultimate. They had 2 ultimates upcoming. So either they go far forward and win that fight, do the gamble, so that they can buy themselves more time for that next round of ultimates, or they fall back, wait until Hong Kong contests the point and wait for their ultimates to charge. I think it was a little bit of not being too much, a little bit in between.
Okay, certainly. As we move into the second, Krumi actually bring, that's a Reaper and a Cassidy from the other side, and that's going to put some more pressure onto Echo. And that's going to be Hope from Chinese Taipei. R3K going down early. The damage output from the vertical output is actually a lot. Oh, Snow actually going down.
I think everyone hates sim players.
That does happen if you're a Tracer.
Yeah, Tracer doesn't have the most HP in the world, so it does happen. What I really wanted to talk about right now, J-Clef, is about Chinese Taipei's composition. They have a Orisa. I don't think we've seen a lot of Orisas in the qualifiers so far, but I think it's a really smart pick against the Ramatra, and I think Hong Kong agrees because they swapped back to the Junker Queen.
Okay, that just survives that damage somehow.
Well, I mean, Orisa is a very survivable tank, if anything, so that is something to be expected. So if Nexus falls super easily with that,
they did change sim into a support. I don't know if you remember that content creator patch. They did do it, where the sim turrets used to heal. I don't know if you remember that. That was pretty cool.
And their win conditions and turning, swapping back to the Junker Queen.
Yeah, we've been seeing some more Orisa happening from the other regions, not as much in APAC A, but the Echo Mercy being contested in the air. Got some more kills happening from Hope so far. Darlene, let's see if he is ready. There's the beam, not enough damage.
Hope is nanoed, so that's going to be a lot of damage for the side of Echo, and Echo also has that duplicate if they want to use it. If the longer this fight goes, the better for Chinese Taipei, because there are the ones with
Anna.
Actually, this is a good choice.
Bro, Chinese Taipei is kind of rolling fucking Hong Kong on this map.
Utility there on the side of Chinese Taipei. Yes, Hope does fall. I think that is a little bit of a...
I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter because they won the team fight anyhow. But Chinese Taipei, I actually didn't even catch. Hope did use the duplicate.
Yeah, Hope used a duplicate and failed, but was rezzed really quickly. The important part is that out of all this, Hong Kong actually managed to flip the point, and it is going to be, and Chinese Taipei doesn't have a lot of ults to work with. They do have the Orisa ult and the Valkyrie, but Hong Kong has a lot more valuable ults here. There's the early EMP, which I take Nexus down. Chinese Taipei, they have to regroup. I don't think they will get anything more from this fight.
Yeah, that was a lot used. Both back lines, just keeping that rampage.
Damn, bro. Oh.
For the rest of the members of Chinese Taipei left on the ground and forced to regroup, but Chinese Taipei still holding 7-7. 77%, so Hong Kong.
Yeah, so Chinese Taipei still has...
Have you been liking the Overwatch World Cup opposed to a normal stream? Fuck yeah. Overwatch World Cup is amazing, bro, especially since it only happens once a year.
Rampage over there. So I think Chinese Taipei...
I play Overwatch every day.
They just pop out.
It's a very nice change of events to not play it every day.
Another fight, because next fight they will be having those ultimates. The worst scenario that Chinese Taipei
watching players, you know, watching players represent their country is fucking awesome. It's fun.
Lose, and they don't have the time to make another fight.
Oh, that's a good push.
That is a good aggression from the side of Nexus there. Nexus does fall, but it is a numbers advantage on the side of Chinese Taipei. Only Snow gets that rampage, hit by the rampage, but Snow falls. It is going to be... it is going to be similar numbers.
Yeah, they haven't had the World Cup since 2019. And the previous World Cups, you couldn't also stream them. Streamers couldn't watch them with their communities. This is the first time they're allowing a co-cast.
I think it's going to be
watch parties.
For either side.
Which I'm gonna be honest with you, thank God, because if there was no watch parties, I don't think I would have watched Overwatch
compared to Krumi's Sombra
World Cup. If there was no watch parties, I probably wouldn't watch it. I didn't watch the other ones as well.
I would say, because Anna oftentimes you're just focused by that Echo.
Oh, that was a good spear.
I went to BlizzCon and I watched the finals there once. It was fucking amazing.
Very good for defensive maneuvers, but it doesn't find anyone. and Nexus falls. This is bad news for Chinese Taipei, and that would be good news for the side of Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Xiaolan takes that kill, R3K takes that kill.
Holy
Everyone
shit.
is killing everyone on the side of Chinese Taipei. Yes, no answers back, but will that be enough? I don't think so. A lot of low health bars on the side of Chinese Taipei. Nexus is
Holy
turning
shit.
swapping to the Doomfist to touch,
Can
and I
anyone
don't.
come in time?
I think he
Nexus
can.
is
He's
here
already
with the
on the
Doomfist.
point, but he will be falling.
It's
And
gone.
Lucio's the only one left. EMP to take that, make that kick.
Lucio's the last one. There's no one else.
No
Rainbow was coming
fucking
from
way.
spawn,
What a
and that
fucking
will be
fight.
it.
We have been seeing a lot of Ramatra. We have been seeing a lot of Junker Queen. Maybe sometimes even the Diva on maps like Ilios Lighthouse. But we haven't seen a lot. Yes, R3K does play the Winston a little bit, but it's something that you don't expect R3K to play unless he's forced to be. And I think this map choice kind of forces R3K into playing the Winston, which I think is a
I
clever
really want to
choice on
watch
the side
that.
of Chinese
I really
Taipei,
want to
because
get to that
Nexus could definitely play the
Japan-Korea
Winston.
match. That
Nexus
shit
has
looks
been
so
known for his
fucking
Winston,
cool.
but
I
on the
seen
other side, R3K, not as
clips.
much on Winston, so you do have to wait and see how well he's going to be working with the teammates. Kurumi again on Cassidy, and this time Xiaoyan actually on Tracer, which we haven't seen not too many times, only a couple of times at the beginning and during the summer series.
Yeah, so Xiaolan is more. We've seen a lot of better performances on Xiaolan from the Genji, but okay, Hong Kong making a good push on that high ground. I think that was a good anti-nade on the side of Mangoche. That must have been it because Chinese Taipei were already in a defensive position, and one of the best.
Holy
ways
shit, they
to
just kind of
break
fucking
open
rolled that
is a
shit.
It's a good anti-nade, and look at where the payload is.
Just skip
G-Club.
to it?
is
How about no?
already close to completing point A.
Yeah, someone else
And
was
I don't
actually
thi-
pushing from the bottom. And that, I guess, Chinese Taipei, they just did not expect that attack to happen that fast. As if they were expecting a sound boost or something, but there's no Lucio on either side. So that was a little question mark on my head. Still, they can still defend before the first point touch.
Yeah, they are able to touch, and I think that they have the positional advantage on the high ground enough that they will be able to deter this fight unless there is a surprise.
Yeah, I'll play Outlast again. We were at, Walid actually wanted to play it
or
tonight.
maybe even from Xiaolan after that pulse bomb is ready, which will be very soon.
Again,
And,
it is there.
okay, actually it is from the side of Chinese Taipei, so there is that much sustain taken away from the side of Hong Kong. However, Hope is taken out as well, so a little bit of damage output lost for Chinese Taipei. Oh, that was a
Tank
good
gone, Tracer
nano.
gone. And Hong Kong can just freely push and touch the first point. As Chinese Taipei, they were ready, but the better economy for Hong Kong, they gathered up early on from winning the first fight very hard.
Yeah, I mean, Hong Kong, I think it was a good understanding of how, I guess, a good ult tracking and good understanding of the situation because they know that they have the nano early. They know that they have the advantage. Although Chinese Taipei were in a good defensive position, they know that if they use the nano Winston, it should be just enough for them to kind of zone them out or take them out. Because they only have so little to push to cap.
And they want to continue pushing. There's that rage just to push down.
No way, no way, bro.
And it was also a flail from the side of Melly
No
as well. It was a
fucking
combined effort
way.
from the support line of Chinese Taipei. So this is going to be Chinese Taipei's turn now.
Yeah, it's the moment without that Winston available. It's still Dragon Strike, Nano, and Rally. Don't have to use all of it. Just has to go all the way. And
No
Hong Kong, this is gonna be their
fucking
first
way,
wipe
bro.
of Gibraltar.
Finally, Chinese Taipei has the opportunity to stabilize a little bit, and with high ground control already established there, and also they have ult advantage. They have the Dragon Strike, they have the Nano, they have the Rally as well. Yes, Hong Kong will be having their key ultimates online soon, but so this means that Chinese Taipei has to use this short window of time to make any advantages that they can.
There's still 3 minutes left. And yeah, that anti towards the back line, it just hurts so much. Nexus is nanoed.
Yo, so there were 2 ultimates expended on the side of Chinese Taipei. I don't think it was. I think it was well used, not a terribly waste of ultimates there. They just used what they needed to win this fight. However, it is going to be very scary now because Hong Kong is approaching 4 key ultimates, and I definitely think that Mangoche will want to go with that nano. after that nano is completed, they want to nano the
Oh my god. Chinese Taipei is fucking popping off now, dude. Hong Kong had 4 minutes and 4:30 to cap second phase.
There, because like I
They're
said,
almost at 2 minutes.
Hong Kong was approaching a lot of the ultimates, and what Hong Kong was waiting for was that, hey, we can just poke around a little bit and get some damage, just get some moderate damage dealt by the other team and get that healing up. So Mango Jay has that nano. So after that nano, they wanted to pull the aggression trigger. However, Snow also understood.
I hope these guys are casting the fucking finals. I hope these guys get to go to NA and cast at BlizzCon. These guys are good.
Yeah, this could be one of the harder points to push on Gibraltar here as Hong Kong. They're getting it ready, still pushing. The Anti not following up with the damage, but a shot from Nexus with Hanzo.
Rumi falling down means that a lot of damage is going to be missing, but Hong Kong decides they want to commit because they are using the nano on the Winston. Hope is terribly low.
Hope almost lived that.
Raymond as well. Maui was trying to save everyone with the rally, but it was not enough. I don't think there are any further casualties on the side of Hong Kong, but they do have to give up ground.
Yeah, they will continue to push at Chinese Taipei. Their respawn's not that far away, so they're going to come and contest again. Pulse bomb just to get them out of the way so they can't come in.
I don't know if that pulse bomb was just to get them out of the way.
The pulse blocked by M Crazy there. What a shot.
Okay, so despite Chinese Taipei's best efforts here, Hong Kong did manage to push, although cap would be. But to be honest, I think it was a pretty solid defense for the side of Chinese Taipei, because I think they held like 2 full minutes there. It was
I'm really glad to see Ash being played.
Hong Kong capped point A. So even though in the end they had to give up point B, it was a good defense, and they have ingredients to work with towards preventing that full cap.
Yeah, Chinese Taipei now with these ults, you have to manage it, and here comes Nexus first with Nano. He actually pushed the back line all the way. They're kept pretty, well managed by R3 actually coming back to the back line, protecting.
The Nano once again, good play of Lamali to delay, but it only delayed the inevitable. And Nexus is down. I don't think Chinese Taipei does have enough firepower and the tank power and the support power, whatever you want to call it. They don't have the power to stop the cap.
Nothing else is stopping it.
No! Okay.
1.5.
Okay. It wasn't
there.
a C9.
Snow's there. Here's over the Bastion.
Bastion taken down.
Yo, bro, you have a Bob, you have an Ash, you have people on the fucking high ground. There's no way you're winning this as Chinese Taipei.
But no, nobody is there. It looks like only the Tracer is left to contest.
Snow is not able to keep that up, and that's going to be
damn, bro.
For Hong Kong on Gibraltar.
Wow. Okay, so there was a little. I think this kind of shows like both the highs and lows of Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei did a good job on defensive positioning on like key moments, but in the end it was a little bit of the slip-ups that kind of gave up a lot of things. For example, on the very first fight, they were in a good position to defend. They just got dismantled by Mango Jai with that single with a single anti-need. And after that, after they gave up point A, they gave up, I think they gave up almost half of point B right after that. They weren't even able to stabilize. But after the initial long push of Hong Kong, they made some really, really sick plays, and they got to stabilize. And they took about
Bro,
2 minutes.
has this always been there? I just noticed it.
That was a really impressive defense.
There's an attacking symbol, the 2 swords next to Chinese Taipei, and there's a shield next to Hong Kong. Never noticed that. So one's attacking, one's defending. Never knew that was a thing there.
So
that has to be new, right?
If they can remember what kind of good moments they had.
Each region has different UI.
What kind of coordination, what kind of communication that kind of kept them in the good spots. I think they'll.
Bro, they should just copy this fucking UI.
Here, G-Club. They were really impressive.
Individually and also teamwork, they were all in line to wait for their turn, keep the ults, only use it when it's available and when they have to use it. They were responding slowly, but because they didn't have to use it, which was better time. And here's First of all, your R3K contesting here, but Nexus actually falls first.
Jay,
Not
why
make it
is
bad.
Cass isn't a meta
Does
on
happen
World
when
Cup?
you
Ash
use the
Tracer and
projector
Echo, but
a
no
little too
Cass.
early.
Cass is
And
ass.
when your backline especially is contested by someone else. As I wanted to point out that
Cass has been played in the World Cup though, just not as much.
Great moments, especially from Tracer and also Nexus. Great Momo, Mally, they all had their moments in the first half. But in terms of teamwork, the coordination was just not on the same page compared to Hong Kong.
Yeah, also I think one of the key factors of success for Hong Kong right now is that R3K's Winston is actually pretty impressive.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Yeah, so usually we would think R3K as a player that is, you know,
Zarya has been picked. We've seen Zarya before.
Mantra. We've been talking this pre-match, right? However, it looks like R3K knows. I mean, yes, there was that.
Holy shit, Nexus is popping. Both kills on the supports.
In general, he knows where to jump. He knows how to harass the backline. Like this right now. Like, yes, Momo is getting a hard time. Yes, he slept, but in the end, the follow-up damage is
South Korea played Cass.
So once again,
I'm gonna be honest with you, South Korea also played Lifeweaver, and are you gonna play Lifeweaver in comp?
Good Winston always jumps back and comes back to his teammates. And that's R3K for now. Nexus trying to do the same, but here's Snow. One of the crucial moments that we saw that pulse bomb landing onto. If it happens multiple times, that is going to be the biggest chance for Chinese Taipei for push.
R3K needed, so was unable
Nice.
to get
Wow,
healed,
Chinese
and
Taipei is
there
actually popping
again,
off.
There's what you wanted. You called for a G-Clap, man. You got it. The Snow pulse bomb. So it looks like Chinese Taipei will be able to cap point A unless Hong Kong pulls a miracle.
Unless Xiaolian comes in and does the same. There's a stick on the payload, which misses big time. Oh, nanoing Tracer. Will that be enough to sustain? We'll see. But it's actually working the other way, Chinese Taipei. They backed up. Drawing the line says, okay, this is a line.
Chinese Taipei has another 4 minutes as well.
To go down as Hong Kong already had less members to contest.
Well, yeah, so we're seeing one of the bright sides of Hong Kong, excuse me, Chinese Taipei here. And if you look at the ults here, Chinese Taipei is actually on the advantage. And Nexus, early nano onto Nexus means that the backline of Hong Kong will be very, very stressed out. And without the backline here, I think Hong Kong has to back away. And that's a little bit more free push on the side of Chinese Taipei.
I think it's time where we have some hero changes coming out from Xiaolian, either Genji, Hanzo, anything will be okay. Compared to Snow's Tracer, I don't think Xiaolian's Tracer is as impactful in this matchup for now. And that's Bob from Krumi trying to come into the choke point.
R3K slept very low, but is able to get that heal back. Krumi's Bob is there to zone out any, I'm guessing it is to zone out the members of Chinese Taipei away from the payload, but that is going to end, and the Am Crazy is starting with the rally, maybe for the extra sustain. Snow falls, but also R3K falls, and R3K falling with 95%
I'd take a good Lifeweaver over a Lucio any day. That's a bad take.
Oh man,
positioning denied.
That is a bad take.
Chinese Taipei, they lost minorly towards the end, but without that, Hong Kong actually was not fighting at the right place. So on the other side, when they're defending, they're playing.
R3K is there to contest, and he has the primal, so he can buy some time for his teammates to join the fight. Snow has that pulse bomb ready. He has been a very big threat with the pulse bomb every single time.
You're trying to take Lifeweaver over Lucio, and that means you just don't know how valuable Lucio is. Like, speed boost alone on Lucio is so fucking good.
So that's good for Krumi, but Chinese Taipei, they don't care. They're just going in straight towards.
Oh, it still landed.
Stick, but it took out Krumi, and big nade from Momo there. Yes, Mango Jai falls, but does give Am Crazy the nano before she falls. That is going to be a little bit more sustained for the side of Am Crazy, but Am Crazy falls, and Chinese Taipei, despite Hong Kong's using a few ultimates there, will be able to take point B. And look at the time bank, G-Clive, it is 3 minutes, and I think if they can make it, if they can make point C done in 2 minutes, they'll be having a bigger time bank than Hong Kong.
Yeah, 3 minutes actually not bad to push all the way for that 3 points. Chinese Taipei, it depends if they want to rotate. Okay, but here comes Hong Kong first. And here comes that Xiaolian's Genji with that. We have been waiting
Sorry,
last few
Lucio
minutes.
is shit ever
Nope,
since
can't
Break
get
came
high
out,
ground
especially
choice
when they
much.
made 2-2-2.
Yeah, so I think
Buckeye.
after point B, which is like all about high ground,
Just
after that,
no,
after
bro.
they give up point B, they're like, okay, scrap this. We're just doing what we really do well. R3K back to his trademark Juggler Queen, and Xiaolian on the Genji. Like you mentioned, we have seen a lot of bright moments on this aspiring player on the Genji pick. And look at Krumi as well. Krumi was not doing was doing really well, was not doing bad on the Ashe. However, they know that Nexus and this Winston dive has been very threatening, so they are. This is what we want to see from Xiaolan. Going back to the Reaper pick, we are seeing that they really want to counter that Winston pick because they address it as a threat now.
And Hope switches back to Echo. Now Nexus will have huge amount of pressure jumping anywhere towards the back line of Raymomo and Maoli because there will be Krumi available.
Why did someone just
near
say,
that back
no,
line.
I
don't
ain't
think
reading
Krumi's
that
supposed
shit.
to be the
Lizer,
one
you're
initiating
weird, bro.
Unless there's like a Death Blossom available somewhere. Xiaolian ready with the blade.
Okay, I think they might want to wait this out a little bit because this is going to be very threatening, especially on the backline. If the backline of Hong Kong will not be able to have any support because they're harassed
A minute
by
30,
Nexus,
chat. They
Nexus
have to
is gone.
cap.
Oh,
A minute
so that
30.
was the opportunity for Xiaolan to take that blade, but Xiaolan is taken out by Raymomo, so it will be a little bit of a stalemate until both teams get their members back.
Yeah, soon Hong Kong's going to have all 5 volts. There we go. We have that locked in Chinese Taipei. They only have a pulse. If Snow can actually have a wonderful pulse, that would be nice. But here comes the engage from the
Xiaolan
blade.
with that blade taking out Maoli.
But got full support still.
So
Genji was anti-grenaded, so couldn't really deliver more, but 2 is certainly enough as they're still keeping the other 4 just to keep the time bank.
And R3K is showering buckshots on the members of Chinese Taipei. So after Xiaolan took out 2 members of Chinese Taipei, it was cleanup duty for
Chinese
the rest of Hong
Taipei
Kong.
only has
Look
2
at
ults
the
coming up too, while
ultimates.
Hong
There
Kong
are
has
4
4.
ultimates.
I think that's a
Unless
GG's.
they just decide to,
Unless
let's
Hong
just
Kong
pursue,
fucks up their ults,
it will
GG's.
be at least 2 fights in the favor of Hong Kong in terms of ult economy. Of course, every time ult economy doesn't guarantee a win, so they will be having to use their ults very carefully. However, it looks very nice on the side of Hong Kong. There is that Rampage taking out, hitting 2, and it looks like they're all going to connect into kills. And Raymomo as
this is gonna be it. There's Death Blossom still. Okay, Hope actually flied over and got here somehow, but it's not
Wait,
even
holy
close to
shit,
payload,
Hope is fucking
and
dead.
needs to be on near the payload.
Hope
and
is
you only have a
using
second.
duplicate just for the touch.
And here's the Death Blossom to keep everyone away. The sound barrier, it seems like it's just not enough. Let's see the fight here as Hong Kong use all the ultimates. No Reaper, Snow gone. Nexus about to go down. Chinese Taipei. They were just not gathered up, not ready for this final fight.
Well, you know, I mean, what can you do? There's not much you can do if there's a 4 ultimate fight.